Hello colleague, it's me again, your dispatching coach Dimitri. In this module we're going to dive into the world of dispatching. You and I are going to put together a detailed step-by-step guide on how to load a truck. The next 10 lessons are the whole essence of your future job. Our goal for the module is to do a full immersion in the real workday of a dispatcher. So, no kidding, I want you to visualize that it's Monday, you've already taken the course, found a job or found your customers, you're already a successful dispatcher and you've come to your workplace. This whole module is your workday and we're going to follow it like the steps that you have to take during that day. Let's start from the very beginning. What time do you start work? Well, the trucking market opens at 8 a.m. That's the standard time when all brokers are at work and ready to take freight calls. But what is 8 a.m. in the US? The United States is divided into 4 major time zones, starting with Eastern Standard Time, then Central Standard Time, Mountain Standard Time, and Pacific Standard Time. It's important to consider these time zones, especially when your trucks are crossing state lines. For example, when you are in the state of Georgia, your driver is in the Eastern time zone. But once he drives just a couple miles west over the border into Alabama, he goes into the Central time zone, which is an hour back. Regardless of what time zone your drivers are in at the moment, you should start work at 8 a.m. Eastern Time at the latest. Although through some brokerage companies you can book freight 24/7. After all, even if your truck is in the West, such as for example state of California, brokers whose offices are in the East are already at work. They're already actively posting and selling loads. That means you have a chance to grab a good load while the dispatchers out west are still asleep. If you want to check the time difference for your location, pause the video now and check on Google the time difference between your time zone and Eastern Time USA, so you know when you need to start working. Ready? Let's move on. Say you start your workday at sit down at your desk. What should be in front of you? All you really need is a laptop and a phone. Both should have software installed for calls to the US. A list with software recommendations will be available in a future lesson. On your computer you will have a work email and a load board open. Load boards are your working tools. They are websites, kind of like online marketplaces, that allow transportation brokers to find carriers and carriers to find loads. If after watching the first modules you were wondering, where am I supposed to find all these brokers, all these loads, where do I get them? Here's the answer: load boards. Hundreds of thousands of brokers and carriers go there every day and post hundreds of thousands of available loads and trucks. On these sites you can find available loads, get brokers' contacts, get their phone numbers, their emails, contact them and book loads for your trucks. The largest and most popular load board in the US is DAT, and we'll start with it. If you master DAT, you will have no problem using any other platform. In the 6th module, we'll take a closer look at the other load boards that are available and I'll show you how to access them. So, we got all the tools, we got the load boards, we've got the phone, the email, we are ready. It's time to get to work. Let's move to the next lesson where we'll start walking you through the 10-step process to loading a truck.